Fam First Friday, and it's important that people come from a family built off of love. So there's 101 ways to make love without actually doing it. And number six is telling the other person that you care about them. So it's definitely important that you tell the other person that you are with, or your significant other, the person you're married to, that you actually care about them. This is a way to actually show that you actually love them, not by doing things, but actually speaking it and saying, hey, I care about you. Or Ludacris once said, put on some baby face just for your lady's sake. Now, back in the day, there was a song that Babyface did with a group called Milestone, and it said, girl, I care about you. I'm there for you. So why don't you care for me like I care about you? So ladies, make sure you care about your man as well. But anyways, my topic on tonight is finding the time for your family. Let's get into it. Go ahead and like, share, leave a comment on this video, and depending on where you're watching it from, go ahead and subscribe to my actual channel. And as always, go ahead and check out my online stores and buy yourself something as well. But enough of all of that, let's get to the video. Now, one of the battles that each and every individual actually faces, whether they're working a 9 to 5 or any kind of regular job, or just working a job in general, or if they're actually running a business, you're doing something business wise, or you are maybe a artist, an athlete, whatever it is that you actually do to actually make money. One of the things that we all will definitely have to face and come to grips with is that whatever profession that we decide to actually do, it's going to have to be something that's going to be able to provide money for our actual families. Now, money, oftentimes, depending on how you're actually making your money and what kind of moves you're making to make your money, will cause you to have to do something as far as trading in your time to actually make the money that you're actually making. Now, by trading in your time, this means that if you're going to an hourly job, you have to trade in time away from your family to actually go out and make the money that you actually make. Or even if it's running your business, oftentimes you're going to have to trade in that time to actually make the money that you're actually making. So when these things happen, oftentimes your family members or your loved ones, they get upset and they want to know, hey, why are you spending all your time doing this? Or why are you spending all your time doing that? And it seems like you're at work all the time. It seems like you're all focused on your business, never about us and what's going on. And so this is a dilemma that a lot of people face, and people will continue to actually face this dilemma. But the biggest thing that we all need to start looking at and analyzing is, how do I actually change this, and how can I make things better for my family and my loved ones, where I can actually find the time to be with them when I'm able to be with them and still actually make money. So this is why we should all be looking and planning ways that we can actually make money with our families, or find ways to make money while we're actually with our families. Meaning that you're out with your family doing things, but at the same time, money is coming into your actual bank account. When we can solve this issue, we will definitely find things will get much better with our families, because we will have the time to be around them like they would want us to actually be. Now, depending on what age bracket you're in, maybe if you're a teenager or you're younger than a teenager, you may feel like your parents don't care about you because they're not able to spend each and every day with you or spend as much time with you as you would actually want them to spend with you. But you should definitely know that that is not the actual case, but your parents are trying to make a better living for you. So this is why they're going to work. This is why sometimes they're not able to be at all of the things that you would actually want them to actually be at. Now, it's also too important that on both sides that you guys do try to figure out a way to actually come together. So, as a parent, sometimes you have to find ways to make times with your actual kids, and then not even your kids. If you have a wife, or if you're married, or if you have a husband, vice versa. You will definitely have to find a way to divide your time, because then you're going to have some time that you need to spend with your significant other. Then you're going to have to try to figure out time with your kids, because your kids are going to want to do something different than your significant other. And then you're going to have to try to find some time to actually do things with all of them together. And then if you definitely have a family where the people are a different age bracket, you know, you have some of your kids are much older than some of your other kids, it's going to be hard sometimes to actually bring them all together, because they definitely will have different thought process and different things that they actually want to do. So if that's maybe you're taking your little ones to Chuck E. Cheese or something like that, and you have an older kid, they're not going to always want to go to Chuck E. Cheese. But then vice versa, things that your teenager may want to actually do, your other little kids are going to be looking around like, man, what is this? This is not the business. So as a family man, family woman, you have to definitely find a way to divide your time. So this is why it's important for those of you who are a little bit younger to understand that if your parents weren't always there, you know, at everything that you wanted them to be at, once you grow up and you get to be in their age bracket, you will realize that it wasn't that they didn't want to actually be there with you. It was just the fact that they were actually trying to make money to provide a home, a place to stay, food on the table, get clothes for you, and just provide for you. So don't always look at your parents as them being the bad guy just because they can't spend as much time with you as you would want them to. Now, one of the key things to actually try to do is to figure out something that you can actually do where you can make money and you don't actually have to physically be there. Now, there's different ways that people are able to actually make money and not actually physically have to clock in to a job or physically actually be there. Now, in certain instances too, with certain jobs, it could be possibly you being on salary. Now, if you're working a job and you're actually on salary, then you can actually not have to actually go to work on certain days and actually be there for your family for certain things that you need to actually be there with them about. Then too, one of the things a lot of people did over the pandemic was they started actually working from home. If you're able to actually find a job where you're able to actually work from home, this will help you to actually be there to spend more time with your family members and actually still get paid. Now, one of the bigger things that a lot of people usually do is to actually start their own business or have a business and then have their family members and loved ones actually work the business with them. So if you were to start some type of business, even if it's something like a restaurant, and then you start hiring your family members, then they can actually work there with you. So you guys are actually you guys are actually there with each other and you're actually making money. So you're killing two birds with one stone. You're making money with your loved ones, and then you're actually spending time with them. And then afterwards, after you guys get off from work, you can go and do something else and spend time together. Or even if you're the owner of the actual place, you guys can definitely take off when you want to and have other people actually work and do those things for you. So this is why it's definitely a good thing to have a business and to do it with your actual family. Now, one of the key things too, a lot of people usually leave their jobs so that they can actually be there for their family, have more time with their actual families. Now, I wouldn't say that people should just jump up and quit their jobs and try to do something where they're making money to spend more time with your family. You just have to balance that thing out as far as working your job and spending time with your family. But if you do want to look into doing something like that in terms of actually spending more time with your family and actually making money, doing any type of things, you can start a side hustle or something like that. But one of the things that you should focus on is having a breaking point, meaning that you should have a certain amount of in your head that you can make monthly on your side hustle or whatever you do outside of your job, where if you're making that amount of money, then you will actually leave your actual job because you're making the type of money that you actually want to make each and every month. But until you are able to do so, go ahead and go to your job. But this has been another Film First Friday. In terms of some things to actually watch this weekend in terms of sports, definitely you want to watch in baseball to see if Seattle is actually able to pull it out against the Blue Jays on Sunday, or if this series will continue to go on. But I could care less about either one of those teams. If you know me, you know I'm a Dodgers fan, so let's go Dodgers all day, every day, back to back. Now, in terms of college football, I'm going with USC to actually upset Notre Dame. This should be a good game, though. Then also to BYU versus Utah. This should be another good game, but I feel like Utah will actually win this actual game. Then in terms of the SEC, which I mean, this conference is just above all the others at this point in time. There's nothing else you can say about that. But I think it will be a good game. Missouri versus Auburn. And for some reason, I feel like Auburn may actually win. So I'm going to go with Auburn to actually upset Missouri. Then you're going to have Ole Miss versus Georgia. And I feel like Georgia is going to actually pull this one out and they will actually get another win. Then you have Alabama versus Tennessee. And I'm feeling like since Alabama will be at home, Alabama will actually get this win. And then going on the road, I feel like LSU will get a win over Vanderbilt. And then, am I missing any? I don't think I am. But these are definitely some good games to actually watch over the weekend. And I will definitely have something as far as my NFL picks. There should be some good games in the NFL as well. But I'm just sticking to college for now. But definitely, too, over this weekend, find some time to spend some time with your family if you can, or figure out some plans that you can actually do for the up and coming weeks and months to actually plan time with your actual family. I know we're in the fall season, and then soon Thanksgiving and Christmas will be coming up. And I guess for those of you who celebrate Halloween, you know, that's another time where some people get together, I guess, with their people. But find some time to actually get together with your people and your family and just enjoy the company of each other. But as always, families are like branches. We grow apart, but together we stand out.